Yo, what's going on? You're tuning in to Mario Ramone LA, and this is
Lashaun.
This is Della. And today we're actually we're going to talk about, should you get a divorce if you find out your spouse cheated one time? How would you feel if you found out your husband cheated on you one time, or just one time?
I think there are certain situations and different type of relationships.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Sometimes, how can I put it? I guess you just put it out there. If a girl, is in a situation where she's with a loser type of dude, you know what I mean, and whatever, and he starts to cheat or whatever, and she doesn't feel like he's valuable enough to be with after that, you know what I mean, and he can change, and if it's not feasible for her, then maybe she should move on. Do I believe everybody deserves a second chance? Yes, I do. You know what I mean? I do believe everybody does.
But that's the ultimate second chance.
What do you mean?
Next to blasphemy. I mean, that's the ultimate.
Well, you know how I feel about men cheating anyway. So, I mean, that's just how I feel. I feel all men, to a certain extent, have other affairs. Whether it be with a woman or a man. So, I mean, that's just how I feel. You know what I mean? And I don't go into relationships thinking.
There are some men who, I wouldn't say there's a large amount,
but majority.
So what if there's like 80,000 people saying, "Not my man"? I know my man wouldn't, because I know he like.
A lot of women would say that nowadays. I think if you ask maybe 10 women that question, at least 8 of them would not say.
8?
At least I don't think.
That's a strong number. 8 out of 10.
This is 2013.
Would say they think their husband is cheating. Tell me, you comment and tell me what you're saying. I would like to hear from the ladies out there. If 8 out of 10 women, do you think your man is cheating? And I would say most women would say maybe not, or not cheating, or have cheated, or.
I wasn't saying that. I was saying that 8 out of 10 women would say it's a possibility that a man would cheat.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying their man personally or whatnot. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
But if you ask 10 women, do they think men will cheat? Or in relationships, do men cheat? I think 8 of them would say yeah.
Wow.
I don't think most women nowadays, in 2013, that they were. I don't hear a lot of women saying, not mine, or I don't think men cheat.
What about if the shoe was on the other foot? Do you think a man would think his woman is capable of cheating?
I think nowadays, again, it's 2013. I think men feel the same way, because there are a lot of women who cheat as well. And I've noticed, and I've run into some circumstances where a woman would cheat, has cheated, whatever, and a man still kept her, and they still are together. When back in the day, most men wouldn't even have that. They would just be gone. It would be just too much. But nowadays, people are working together. It's hard out here for a peach. And the thing is that people are working it out. You know what I mean? As long as it's not repetitive, and if they have an understanding.
About sometimes people have arranged cheating scenarios.
Then it's not cheating.
As long as you go out of town, and you don't do it here, and I know you go on business trips, but as long as you go out of town, don't have this bitch call me and you at 2 a.m. while we're in bed sleeping, we're cuddling, you make me feel good. I don't ever want to hear about it. Don't have anybody sleeping in our bed. Do what you do, but don't bring it in this house, and don't bring me nothing.
Well, that's what a lot of people have arrangements. Are you saying, how do I feel about that?
Yeah, would you do it? Or?
Would I do it? It depends on the man or the circumstances. I think every relationship is different. If you would say to me, Della, would you have that type of relationship?
It wouldn't be your first choice.
It wouldn't be my first choice, no. But I would never say never. I could never say, no, I'd never do that. I'm not that chick. You know what I mean? So, different strokes for different folks. Do I judge you? Not at all.
Mm-hmm. So, how would you feel if another couple invited you? Like, do you think that that's too taboo in 2014? Not just necessarily you, but inviting somebody. I mean, I don't want to, get in your file cabinet like that. But how do you feel about like swingers? Do you think that that's healthy, and do you think that they have a healthy love for each other? Because clearly they don't think that the other person is enough. Or is that what that's
sometimes you gotta look at, is it really innate? Is it really innate or I mean, sometimes you got to question that to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like animals or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, are we supposed to be monogamous just with one person for the rest of our lives?
I don't think so.
You don't think
Actually,
so?
I don't think so.
I mean, I either to a certain extent. And
I mean, monogamous with one person for the rest of your life? No. I mean, and some people have been, that's their method of thinking.
Right.
And I'm not saying, you know, be promiscuous, but if that's what your deal is, do it. But I don't think that you're supposed to be with one person forever. And in my opinion, I do think that you can love two people at one time. That's just me.
Okay. And I think that when you said about swingers, is that healthy or whatnot? You know, as long as everyone's safe, you know what I mean, having safe sex or whatnot, I'm not one to judge. I'm not one to pry into these people's lifestyles because it may work for them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So would it work for me? Again, I don't know. I haven't done that. I'm not into that, you know, but I would never be the one to be like, I never do. I'm just not that girl. So, you know? Yeah.
I love your point of views because just like your palate for eating, you'll taste anything like, you know, international, and your views are just so international and just so savvy the way you think. In my opinion, like you don't think in a Puritan or Amish country kind of way.
Well, a lot of people when you talk like this, they want to bash you. They want to, you know, this, that. I remember Jill Scott had tweeted about if she was ever in a relationship again and the guy wanted to see other people, she would consider it. And they attacked her for that. You know what I mean? Or whatever. But that's her point of view. That's her opinion. And it will be her relationship. Why do we care?
Because people, I think, would hold Jill Scott on a pedestal, and they're like, oh my God, you're our queen, you're a beautiful queen, so why would you allow a man to do that, not knowing the life that Jill lives in, the entertainment industry that she's in, and the things that she's seen, and it would have different, you know, it would kind of like shift your views from being more traditional, you know, being in the industry and seeing different things and seeing all the drugs and all the sex and different things like that. You know, I'm not saying that she's in that, but I'm more than sure she's probably seen or heard about it, or different producers who you may not know or sleeping with so-and-so, and they just come in and just start kissing, you know. So it's a different point of view, and so when she said that, she was just being real and speaking her truth, so I would never knock anybody.
Right, because speaking their truth and in their lifestyle, I mean, girlfriend, do you. I mean, that's how I look at it, you know what I mean? And I think if we all just did what made ourselves happy, it would be a much better world. I mean, hey, what's for you is for you, what's for me is for me. You know?
So ultimately you say no divorce if somebody cheated. What if it's a consistent thing and it's a 5-year affair and you don't want a divorce because you don't have any family, or you alienated your family due to the marriage, and you know, it's a lifestyle that you have become accustomed of living, and
that's
you
why
tolerate
I was kind of saying it depends on the situation. Now, being constantly disrespected, that's something totally different. You know what I mean, and whatnot. But we can forgive someone, you know, like I said, and or whatever. It depends on the person or the woman. I would never say, girl, you better leave him, and the first time he cheated. You know what I mean, or whatever. Now, if somebody's being repetitive, like I said, disrespected, that's different. You know, girl, we need to talk. You know. So.
How would you feel if a best friend, like a girlfriend, cheated on your man? Like, they cheated behind your back and you didn't know it. How would you...
Wait a minute, say that again?
If one of your best friends or girlfriends, not even the best friend, or the girlfriend, cheated with your man.
No, boo. That ain't happening. I don't play that.
So, even though you'll forgive him, like I said, now, because we said if you cheat...
My friends are off limits. My family is off limits.
But you said if they cheat, you'll forgive them. So, if it was a friend, you wouldn't forgive them.
Would I forgive my friend?
And the man.
Would I forgive my friend? No, she's got to go. Period. I don't roll like that because you're not my friend. I don't roll like that. You know, I don't even date anyone that has even dated a family member. I just don't do it. We're not sitting at the table comparing notes and all that. No. We just...
What Wendy say? Sloppy boots?
Sloppy boots.
Well, we'll see you next time on Mario Ramone LA, and this is Chef Della Lashaun.
I mean, yeah. Do you guys think someone should leave someone if they cheated?
Yes. And definitely tell us what you think. You can always comment and tell us some shows you might want to see us cover. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you next time. And definitely, like we said, comment on the video. Like the video if you like it. And we'll see you next time.
Oh, and we need a name for our show. We're having a podcast. We're setting up a podcast here in LA. And we need a name for our show. Help us out. What kind of name do you think we should have for our show?
I think... well, I'm not going to even tell you what I think right now.
Why not?
We'll bring it to our meeting tomorrow. We said we're going to have our business meeting tomorrow, so we'll bring it to the table.
Okay.
All right. We love you so much for your support. Peace. Bye.